Yeah.
She's an amazing doctor. So I turned 40 and she goes, this is what happens. Typically, a woman gains 10 pounds a decade. So you're going to gain, unless you start work. She said, you need to start eating and working out now, the way that you can still eat and work out when you're 80.
And let me tell you.
I went like this. No, that's not going to happen to me. I'm not gaining 10 pounds.
And
in my
how long
40s.
did it take you before you started?
I gained 10 pounds. I gained 10 pounds from 40 to 50. And I started working out when I was 49. And I went, oh my God.
It's true.
She was 100% right. I can't get this 10 pounds off the way I used to be able to. I can't just, eat a salad for a week and it goes away anymore. Because what she was saying basically is, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where your hormones change and you're no longer in control. This is when this is not a choice anymore. This is when you have to make a real life change. And I did not buy it for 9 years. And 9 years later, I went,
knew it too. I knew it too. That you would say that.
So then at 49, I had injured my back 4 years prior and couldn't get it straightened out. Went to doctor, had MRI, whatever, couldn't figure it out. It was muscular. I had injured myself muscularly and kept re-aggravating it. So until I found this trainer, I had no relief from it. I woke up every day in back pain. Oh, that's
awful.
Every day I had back pain for 4.5 years.
Which also slows you down. It also stops the movement.
It makes you angry.
Yeah.
It makes you irritable and you're tired all the time. Pain is exhausting. So when I finally found the trainer, Sandy found the trainer first because Sandy had a shoulder injury. And for 6 months, I was like, please get me in with him because I'd love for him to fix my back. He fixed her shoulder very quickly, relatively quickly. So when I started working out with him and I started getting relief, I said to myself, this is what Dr. was telling me. And this has to be a complete paradigm shift. It's not even about working out. It's about strengthening my body so that my body doesn't deteriorate as fast as it would if I didn't. That 10 pounds in 9 years was so accurate that if I couldn't afford to gain 10 pounds from 50 to 60.
Because if it would have happened.
No, I don't know that she was manifesting.
No, but I think
I'm
as
a doctor,
a joke, like,
right,
it's
20 pounds. It's 50 pounds. No, but it's not her first rodeo. She sees women go from 40 to 50 all the time and says, interesting, 10 pounds on all these women because they haven't changed their activity level or haven't added things that they're going to keep going.
Yeah. And you remember what you used to eat in your 20s?
I still try to eat that now. That's the one thing I haven't conquered.
I weighed
yet.
127 when I graduated high school.
I weighed 95
at 5'10" tall. I was like a stick. So the other thing that I think is a lot of people ignore, what I started to get in the past, I would say 5 years. You don't deal with grief, you don't deal with anger, when you don't deal with is actually physical pain and sickness.
Yeah.
And your body. My daughter told me this. And when my daughter told me this, it was very life-changing. It made me pay attention.
Your daughter, the doula?
My daughter, the almost midwife.
Almost midwife.
Yes, my daughter, the doula, almost midwife. We were talking about weight and weight gain and managing it and hormones and age and whatever we were talking about. And she told me about this woman who has some very famous podcast. And I do not know who she is or what her name is. I cannot remember. And she's very heavy. And cannot lose 1 pound, no matter what she's done. And anyone who's struggling with weight will know the frustration of your friend did this particular thing and lost 40 pounds. Now you've done it and gained 7 pounds. You're like, wait a minute, but I did it. And I, whatever, you get what I'm saying.
Yep.
So she told me that this woman who very publicly, she's written a book, she's talked about it, went through a lot of trauma when she was young, sexual trauma. People did bad things to her. This whole entire story, and her body like just put on this protective layer.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so that's I'm coming out the tail end of that. It's a very hard struggle, and your body goes through. I had something like 6 months ago. I don't know if it was stress or grief. There's just, if you want to talk about what was going on in that time, we can, whatever. I was like, oh my God, do I have Crohn's disease? Like, do I have IBS? Like, what is happening to my body? The pain, the eating, no matter what I eat. So I am a vegetarian.
You're also gluten-free, right?
And I am gluten-free, which leads to not really eating bread because the bread is, you know what I mean? You eat rice, but whatever. It kind of eliminates pasta and stuff because gluten-free pastas aren't that great. So it actually helps you with the diet, you know, and I will cook for myself. I'm a very good cook. I don't really eat fried things. I've never had a hamburger from a fast food restaurant in my entire life.
What is wrong with you?
Don't eat it. Don't eat meat. Don't like it since I'm a kid. It's a thing.
I love it.
So when you eat this well and you gain 14 pounds or something, you're just like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So you have to start looking at yourself. And
it's emotional.
It's emotional.
Yeah.
Not an emotional eater.
No, it's emotional. It's
so I actually got to
yourself.
the point where if there was like an aggressive male situation happening, my body would go like this. I was 2 inches bigger than I was 2 hours ago.
Yeah. It's to protect yourself. It's crazy, isn't it? The body's amazing.
The body's amazing.
Yeah.
So I did some homework. Obviously, I know that I do have a doctor and a acupuncturist, whatever. But sometimes you have to look inside yourself. You have to read what is going on and pick out of there, not the clinical answer, because the doctor could say, take a blood pressure pill.
Right.
But you need to do more.
Right.
And I read something that said this, this, and this. And I said, oh my God, okay. So I'm going to do these 3 things. And one of them was increase your fiber. One of them was exercise. And one of them was drink your water.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm on job sites, one job I called the bladder infection job because
because you didn't drink enough water.
And I did not go to the bathroom. And I swear to God, it was like and all the boys too were it was this constant, just like, I don't know why the bathroom was there. I don't know. It was just, well, that's why I called it the bladder infection job.
Oh my God.
So when you're working, you're so in the moment, you're not drinking water, you're not taking care of yourself, and you're stressed, and then there's something going on a personal level. This was a very life-altering thing. I literally switched back the entire bad functions back to healthy just by doing those 3 things.
Wow.
But it's not that I'm a genius. It's that I now have the power, the control, the education, the time. There's been so much things happening for so long that I finally learned how to take care of it.
Right.
So like, I'm not letting this happen to me anymore. We're in a new place right now.
New place. Yep.
A completely new place right now. That will never happen to me again.
Right.
That situation, that will never happen to me again.
Right.